Yes. Yeah.
But like the comparison, like with me and some of the other guys.
So that'd be something neat to see, the Harvard Centers.
The Pirates playing in Williams.
Welcome to episode 57 of the Not a Sports Podcast, the home sports talk for everyone. I'm David, and we have a great friend of the show, and just a great friend in general. Welcome, Johnny Bobble.
How's it going today, man?
Oh, living the dream. Hockey's full bloom. I'm
Right.
loving it through
World
and through.
Series is on.
I'm trying to refrain from that because I don't really want to be yelling that loud.
It's the best and worst time of the year, man. We got all the sports are rolling. I'm not much of a basketball fan, but some people are. But we got baseball, basketball, football, and of course, hockey.
Well, it's funny is Jason sent me a picture, and it had the Sixers, the Phillies, and the Eagles like paying off the Flyers list like to go away. and what's funny is I sent him the same picture, and I said this should be in reverse with the Sixers right now.
Yeah.
Because the Sixers I don't think they've won a game yet, but the Eagles are doing great. The Phillies are in the World Series, and the Flyers are having a great start.
Right.
So it's like, nobody expected the Flyers to do exactly what they're doing now.
I did. I told a guy that I work with, he's all about Philly sports. I said, like right now, of course, you got the World Series, you got the Eagles that are playing great ball. I said, if this Flyers team is for real and ends up making a run, there'll be nothing left of Philly.
No, I think Philly burned itself to the ground at this point if that happens.
Exactly.
I mean, just imagine if, just like you said, all that happens. The city will lose its mind.
It's a beautiful and terrible thing all in one.
Well, think of this. Last night, the Flyers won against Florida 4-3. Hart stopped 48 shots.
That's
48
crazy.
shots he stopped. And I think they said that's his career high.
Yeah, for a team to get off 48 shots too.
Well, he technically 51 because they got 3 goals, but still.
I mean,
to save 48 of them, I mean,
that's a good 2 nights for some goalies.
Well, back in 96, Game 4, Colorado and Florida, Patrick Waugh stopped 60-plus shots in 3 overtimes.
What a great one, Patrick Waugh, man.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the best.
That documentary they done on the Avs and the Red Wings, I got a whole different love for that dude after watching that. Like
after he just went over with the goal, let's go.
Yeah. What he say? He's like, because back then wasn't that the Florida team that they would throw rats onto the ice?
Yep.
And he said, "No more rats."
Well, did you hear what he did with Jeremy Roenick? Jeremy Roenick was talking smack, and Waugh goes, "I'm having a hard time hearing it with both Stanley Cup rings plugged in my ears." I mean, when you could back it up with rings like that, I mean, the guy has 4, 2 with Colorado, 2 with Montreal.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy too, though, because that in that same documentary they talked about during that game his stick broke during one of the games against Florida. His stick broke, and they got a goal. And the next day at practice, he comes out on the ice and he snaps his stick, and he practices the entire practice with a broke stick. And after practice, he throws it in and he goes, throws the stick in the trash and says, "That won't happen again."
Hey,
like
the man's good. I mean, the man was good. I mean, there's no two ways about it. There's no doubt in anybody's mind that man was not a great goalie.
He's got to be one of the greatest ever.
Him, Brodeur are the top 2 of just that era alone.
Yeah.
With that era alone as top-notch goalies.
For sure.
I mean, Brodeur 3 cups, Waugh 4 cups. Waugh has 3 Conn Smythes. For playoff MVPs, he's the only one that has that. He's the only one that has 3.
Crazy, man.
So we're going way off topic here on the
We
first
are
period.
already.
But yeah, the first it's an interesting one here. I know me and Jason have talked about this before. How the Phoenix Coyotes, or yeah, Phoenix Coyotes. Wow, I'm going back, aren't I, on that one? Arizona Coyotes had to move into Mullet Arena, where the Arizona Sun Devils play.
It
And we
it
actually
is.
I have the game right now on the tablet, and it literally looks like a college game.
What's crazy to me is, and you've been to Giant Center. Giant Center Max is at like 10,000 fans roughly.
Something like that. And this is half.
This is barely half. That's what I said. I've watched the University of Omaha earlier today. Just randomly turned on a college game, and there was more fans at that game than what is here right now. It's crazy. It's kind of beautiful though, in a way. Like I kind of enjoy it in the sense of it's like what I like about minor league hockey is the same thing I like about minor league baseball. It's kind of an intimate setting.
And yeah,
Smaller.
I love watching college hockey as well.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't really watch Penn State when they're on. Hershey is 10,500.
10,500.
Yep. And the fact that Mullet Arena is half that. And they're
Right.
playing and they're going to be playing NHL games there right now. And looking at the locker rooms for just the Coyotes, let's go with the Coyotes right now. Just with the Coyotes, look like something out of a beer league locker room.
There is several YMCAs across the country that would put their locker room to shame.
I mean, and the fact is that they can't even fit everybody into the same locker room. The goalies are in a separate section. That's the sad part. Because just going through the pictures, you have the main of everybody there, and then going through another set of doors, there's the goalie gear.
Crazy.
I mean, it's literally just like beer league locker room. Which, don't get me wrong, some beer league locker rooms were horrendously horrible.
It's crazy too, because they're highlighting all the Arizona State stuff in it, like the Fear the Fork. They just like spotlighted the Fear the Fork like it's an ASU game going on.
I would not mind to get an ASU jersey.
Oh, they're beauts, especially if you can get one with the old Sun Devil on it.
I want. I don't care if it's the logo that's on the ice. I don't care. I don't care. I just think I just think the logo looks cool.
They may not play very
really
good hockey in Arizona, but they do have some great uniforms.
Yes, 100%, absolutely. But looking at the arena like right now, it's literally looking like a college game, like a high school or a college game.
And what's kind of crazy too is like the Coyotes early, what I've watched of them, they haven't looked bad. Like they're not great.
They haven't looked good either.
But who did they play? They played really well the other night against. I cannot remember who it was. They won I think they were up like 4-0, and they ended up finishing like 6-3 though.
I do like how like at the center ice they have both logos.
Yeah, I think that's
like
cool. That makes it or requires less maintenance too.
Yeah, they can just leave them there, and that's it.
They don't have to worry about going out and stripping logos all the time.
Well, imagine having to melt the ice all the time just to put the new logos on.
Oh my goodness.
They beat the Maple Leafs 4-2, and they beat the Blue Jackets 6-3.
It was the Blue Jackets was the game I was watching.
Yeah, because they lost. Wow, consistently, their opponent has scored 6 goals on them in their losses.
Wow.
The Penguins scored 6, the Bruins scored 6, the Canadiens scored 6, the Senators scored 6. Not a good start.
Nobody's stopping much there, eh?
Now looking at this, what's funny is Shane Doan. Are you watching the game? they just had Shane Doan on, and I think also with his son is going to Arizona.
Yeah, okay. My TV must be lagging a little bit because I seen it's his son's wearing the
The Sun
Arizona
Devils.
State.
Yeah, that's
Huh.
pretty cool though. To have them both there like that. Yep. If you look at it, it should be there now. Should be both of them there.
No.
Well, yours must
there
have
it
a.
is, yeah.
I was gonna say yours must be a real delay on mine
Yeah.
compared to mine, and I'm on
I
a.
like how they got that captain seal on there too. That's cool. It looks like
Yeah,
I believe it's the outline of Arizona, maybe.
yeah, it is. It is. I like that. Now that's the type of jersey I would get
Yeah,
for the Sun Devils. I would get that jersey.
man, and any of the Coyotes jerseys, like they've just got such nice jerseys.
Yeah, they do. That I do like how they had the old school. I forget what year it was. They had like the background of like a desert theme going.
Yep.
That has one of their third jerseys.
Mm.
But yeah, that arena is just wow.
So small.
To have an NHL game there, like I said, now from the locker rooms that we just saw of the home, let's go to the away. Now I'm not sure. I've been looking on Facebook to see if there is I know there's a video of the away on Facebook I saw under men's league sweaters, and there's actually showing a video of a walkthrough of the away locker room, and literally it's like people put up metal cabinets and folding chairs.
Huh.
That's literally what it looks like.
It's just,
isn't it?
It's unreal that this is actually where a professional team is playing right now.
Yes, and the fact that it does look like just little cabinets, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
like little like locker cabinets that you would see like in schools.
Yeah, and
with
like
folding
20
chairs
years ago.
That's where they probably pulled them out of the closet. They probably pulled them out of storage that they had there for who knows how long.
Oh my goodness!
And the fact that it's just folding chairs out there, and that's it.
It even looks small. Like
it does.
Even though the ice is, of course, the same size, the surrounding of it just looks small.
It looks like they're doing a preseason game like how I know years ago they used to do it like when Colorado was affiliates with Hershey, it'd be with Colorado's affiliate with Hershey, they would have Colorado and Pittsburgh play at the old Hershey Arena, which was always cool to go to. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, that was before my time here. I wish they still done that.
But and Jason can contest to this one. If you get nosebleed seats, you're literally at the top, hunched over, praying you don't fall forward, or you're gonna just fall down. You're literally hunched. Yeah, you can hunch like this to watch the game. You're that up there.
Huh.
Now, don't get me wrong. I played on that ice, and it was actually really neat to play on. Just the history behind it, and you're just there in that arena. The locker rooms were huge, but it was nothing special. It was just like hooks on the wall, and that was really it. Where the locker rooms that we were in, but it was really neat to play in. Huh?
Since we're looking at this small arena, now I'm curious.
What's that with the old arena? With the old Hershey Arena.
The old Hershey Arena capacity maxed out at 7,200. So.
That's even bigger than this.
Yeah.
That's sad. That is sad.
I see what you're saying, though, because if you pull it up on Wiki, like the very top seats is right where the building starts to
curve up.
Yeah. I bet it was awesome, though.
Oh, watching games there was fantastic. I mean, I watched so many games. I met Ron Hextall there. It was during one of the preseason games, and he was sitting at a table the next section from us.
Huh.
Because
How long did it take you to realize it was Hextall?
My mom, who took me to the game, it was that far back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I think it was my senior year. And my mom's like, that guy looks familiar. You know, he looked around like, you know, she sees a commotion over that area. And I look over, I'm like, just no. Really? No. And sure enough, there he was. And I actually went down and talked to him.
Really? Pretty cool guy?
Great. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. He was a great guy to talk to. Yeah, there was commotion going on. My mom's like, wonder what's going on down there. And I looked over, and sure enough, it took me a while to realize. I forget how long it took me, but it took me a while. Like,
nowhere
no way.
near.
What are the chances? What are the
nowhere
chances
near
of
on the
this?
Hextall level. But we
know.
were at, what was it, Kevin Hart a few weeks ago. And as we're coming out, there, of course, it's crowded. Like, you can't even move. Out of nowhere, my wife goes, "Is that Kel Kesey?" Like, literally her favorite Hershey bear. And I'm like, there's no way that's Kel Kesey. And then he turned, like, she was just going by the profile of his hair and about this much of his face. And I went, oh my God, that is Kel Kesey.
Now, with the old arena, the seating capacity is maybe a little over 72. But between the levels, you could get standing room tickets.
Really?
Yes, you could have so you didn't have seat tickets. You could get standing room tickets, and you could literally just walk around the standing room area and stand wherever, along the railings to watch the game.
So in that standing room, did it affect the people that were sitting in the second section?
No, because there was that much of a height thing. Like if you go back to the Wikipedia and look at the view from ice level.
Yeah.
And look at the second level, like right in the middle between where it changes colors.
Yeah.
Yes, the old Hershey Arena was very colorful. You can see the height difference from where the seats are, which maybe the floors maybe, I don't know, half to 3/4 down.
I believe I see it now, like the difference there of that much space.
Yeah. So even if people standing there, you could still see from the next row up. So standing room only did not affect any view of the people behind you.
Very cool. Yeah, you can't get away with that in Giant Center now.
No, you can't.
They're not going to let you stand around.
No, by far not. But the fact that Hershey, which arena is not used right now for any professional games, is still bigger than this.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, because I heard they had to put in a lot of money.
Yeah.
Just to get this up to, I think, well over $1 million, just to get. Because I think I was watching a video on this. It was the piping.
Yep.
It had to be certain areas. The ice had to be certain levels. Well over $1 million just to get. I
feel like
this
it was like
to
$1.3 million is what I read somewhere that they had to invest.
I want to say something like that too. And the fact that they had to pull this off to make this work.
Oh,
it's working. They're playing the game right now. It's 0-0 yet as we're recording.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're playing in a college game and this is their actual arena and not like an actual.
They're going to play here all year.
From my understanding, that's a 3-year contract.
Is it a 3-year? Wow.
I think it's a 3-year contract. I've read somewhere. Oh, where is? Trying to find it here because I thought I saw it. I thought I saw it was I thought I saw it was a 3-year contract that they had.
I do happen to wonder if they'll even be there in 3 years, to be honest with you.
See, here's the thing. I'm still calling it Phoenix Coyotes. I'm still
Yeah.
so used to calling, even though it hasn't been Phoenix Coyotes in ages. It's just still a force of habit. The Coyotes just have had the worst luck lately with everything. It's one of those things to where they just need to move out. They need to relocate to another location.
Yep.
I mean, Atlanta had a team between the Atlanta Flames, which moved on its way. They had the Atlanta Thrashers at one point, and then they moved away. I mean, maybe Phoenix might be the in suit here.
Right. I think I read the other day that a lot of people think it could be like Houston. A team in Houston is what they're kind of figuring would happen. I don't. Another Texas team.
I mean, yeah, the Dallas Stars, if anything.
Yeah.
So, 2 there is really not.
I guess it's
terrible.
Not that crazy with as big as Texas is. It's just, I don't even. It would be interesting to see like what name they would. That's one thing that always interests me when these new teams come up. Like, what are they going to call them?
Well, the funny thing is, though, the Dallas Stars, everybody, some people think like the Stars because the Cowboys, the Stars, the star that's like, no, is from the Minnesota North Stars.
Yep.
They kept the star name but moved. So would they keep? I mean, they couldn't call them the Texas Coyotes.
Right.
That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, and 2 though, it would have been like when the Dallas Stars moved, they were the Minnesota North Stars. They could have changed to they could have been the South Stars.
Dallas fits a lot better.
It fits way better, but if they
imagine that name though. Imagine if they would have been called the South Stars.
I don't think it would have lasted very long. They'd have been like,
No.
We got to change something up. This just isn't doing it.
Oh, that's funny. Oh man, I wish I could see. I'm trying to find the contract here because I know I saw. I'm trying to agree to a multi-year deal to share the arena.
Yeah, a lot of it came down to though they wanted a new arena, right? And
a new arena, and also I think it was the owner stopped paying taxes. At one point, I think it was. Okay. That's what I've thought I've heard, but not quite 100%. Yeah, all I'm seeing is a multi-year deal. I thought I saw it was for 3 years.
Not saying any specific years.
Yeah.
Huh.
Either way, it's still interesting to see a pro game at this college level, at a college arena that holds way less than and Hershey Arena, and that's only at least, let's say, 3,000 more seats than this, or 3,000 more capacity than this. And I think that's including the standing room section that I just said about.
You're probably going to look at pretty much any AHL team, and they're going to have a higher capacity than this place.
Hell, you know what? Let me look at something here real quick. What's the arena name? Santander Arena, Reading. I want to know what the Santander Arena in Reading holds, and that is an ECHL.
It's got to
be an ECHL game. Let's find out here. Let's look this up here. Ice hockey, 6,500.
Yep.
So, and this game, the arena is almost equivalent to an ECHL game, an East Coast Hockey League game.
That's a great arena too.
What's that? Where the Reading Royals play?
Yeah. Yeah,
I've been there a couple of times. It's despite it's not as fast as, let's say, the AHL or the NHL, but still fun games to go watch.
Oh, it's great fights too.
Yeah, I do agree.
We talked
well,
about
Jonathan Quick.
We
Well,
talked
Jonathan,
about it
quick.
last
Go
year,
ahead.
and we're like, it's the closest thing to what I say was. It's like it's the closest thing to like redneck hockey. Like they're scoring goals, and when the home team scores, the crowd's chanting at the goalie about how much he sucks, and it's just a different atmosphere.
You know what? Now I have a question here. How much is a ticket to a game now in Arizona?
Arena.
Yes. I'm curious now to see how much their tickets are.
Well, I know the
These like
old arena that they played in. Those tickets were normally, because I'd always randomly look at tickets at different games. They were pretty cheap.
they have standing room seats or standing
Do
room
they?
sections. I'm actually on Ticketmaster right now, and it was for actually no, let's jump to October 30th. This is a game against the Rangers here. Standing room seats, $90 for standing room.
For standing room.
Let's see here, the 100 level, you're looking at $130 I'm looking at, see, you're scrolling down, highest, I am looking at $583 for section 104, row A. And
No
looks
way.
like the Coyotes just scored.
They did. There's my guy, Liam
$583
O'Brien was on the ice too.
for section 104, row A is $583. Now this is against the Rangers, so yeah, the price is probably going to be high.
I was gonna say, when you said the Rangers, I'm like, they're definitely gonna bump that price a little bit. Oh, it's packed there.
So now let's look at, you know what? What's a team that's not doing so well? Let's look at a team that's not doing so. Because I'm curious on now with the ticket prices here. Now my interest is kind of jumping here.
So I know with Caps games, so the cheapest tickets are like $95. On average, I think they're around $95 for the cheapest seats, and that's like setting up.
That's almost nosebleeds. Yep.
Yeah. Between that, because I'm not paying $95 to sit in the nosebleed seats, and the fact that it's always a nightmare going in and out of DC.
Yes, definitely. And I've been to my fair share of Caps games.
We keep looking at, we're going to start doing minor league teams, like trying to go to more away games.
There you go.
We're thinking about next weekend hitting up Wilkes-Barre. I just got to get the boss calmed down a little bit because she gets a little radical.
All right, let's go with, let's see here, all games, home. So I'm trying to find a team that's not doing so well to see what tickets they would give. So how are the Kings doing? Well, the Kings are 4-5. All right, we'll go Montreal, 4-4, because they're last place in the Atlantic currently. So we'll go with the Canadians.
Oh, wow.
Because you know yourself, they're not, if a team's not doing well, nobody's going to want to pay this. Never mind. That's a lie. Standing room for a game, December 19th, Montreal at Arizona. Standing room, $131.
Wow.
Just for standing room. And I thought that would be a low end just because it's Montreal.
You would think it would be a little bit cheaper.
Because they're, right now, like I said, they're last place in the Atlantic. Section 110, row A, $600.
crazy. No, not to watch Coyotes play.
For a college arena,
Yeah.
not college hockey, college arena.
Jeez. And there's going to be so many people doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's packed now. I mean, I wonder how much that's going to, they got there for that now. And think about how much they charge for parking.
Oh, I mean, it's hard to tell. 20, cheapest parking would be 20, probably 40 to 60 for parking.
But yeah,
That's just crazy, man.
Yeah, the arena, like I said, just watching this is kind of weird because it's just small.
Yeah, it's just, and what's crazy is most of the time you went, oh, that's big. Just so you know, bottom of the seventh, bases were loaded, strikeout. Or I'm sorry, the top of the seventh. So the Phillies had the bases loaded, strikeout.
Yeah, I just brought up the score. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was like. I'm looking at the pitch because I'm watching the pitch count, and I'm like, oh, they're going to get something here, and didn't work out. Any other game, and I think also too, we know that it's a small arena, so we're paying more attention to what's around the ice. Opposed to if we're just watching like an Avs game, we're not going to be looking around at fans as much. Like, oh, there's not very many people there.
Yeah, but this place is packed, which is good for the arena to, but.
The arena in Seattle also, Climate Pledge, that arena is interesting to watch because you can see, like, there's a lot of people there, but the way the seats are, it's like you're kind of pushed back. I know I've watched a couple Kraken's games and seen that.
Interesting. That is interesting to see. Yeah, I didn't see inside that arena. Yeah,
it's like instead of a lot of arenas go kind of upward, these seats seem like they go out.
Huh. Interesting.
Definitely next time you turn on a Kraken game, just kind of look around a little bit outside.
I'm going to have to now. I'm going to have to now. Thanks.
The Kraken's games are tough to watch too, but.
Oh, especially when we're on the East Coast, they're West Coast, and the games don't start till 10:30.
Right. This is
and by that time we're just like,
yeah,
right. And too bad the Krakens don't play tonight, or we could say, hey, we could just do that.
Yeah, flip it over and see what that looks like.
Well, are they at home this weekend? Maybe a Saturday night.
Oh, let's see here. Kraken. The Kraken are home.
Against the Penguins.
10 o'clock start.
Well, then, looks like I might have to watch that one.
Tell me, am I crazy, or it was Louis Domingue that made the run last year for the Penguins, right? As the backup goalie. He was backing up Jari. Yeah, because they called him King Domingue.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back at the AHL level. He's back in Hartford. That's who the Bears played tonight, and he locked him down. That's why it was weird earlier. I looked at him like, Louis Domingue, why is he back in the AHL? But crazy thing about hockey, man, you can be hot one day and playing at the top of the game, and next week you'll be playing in Wilkes-Barre.
Right. That's the sad part with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just watching this arena, just watching this game is just, like I said, just weird. I mean, it is, knowing it's a college stadium.
Yeah. I wonder how well the Sun Devils do crowd-wise.
I'm curious, too. If they pack the same amount. Probably not, as being their college.
Right. But they probably still do all right, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, to keep it going. Because I heard Arizona is becoming more popular in the hockey world.
Huh. Well, one of the probably my favorite in the game right now from Arizona. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Matthews from Arizona.
Yeah, Austin Matthews.
Yeah. I always tell people in today's hockey, you're either a McDavid fan or you're a Matthews fan. And
In today's era, yeah.
I think we
Yeah,
just
with
got past the Ovi and Crosby era is kind of coming to an end. So
yeah, they're getting up there in their years.
Yep.
There's still a lot of play. So, you good?
I'm good.
All right. And that'll be the end of the first. We'll be right back.